Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. You're welcome back to the Atelier. If this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. So today guys, we're going to be making this simple dress. You can make this dress within 15 to 20 to 30 minutes. This is a very simple dress to make. So guys, this is actually my dress. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I was able to do this crop neckline and also the sleeve. Then I made a little design on the pocket, just attaching pockets using black fabric. So guys, let's just get straight into the video. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel.
Hi guys,
like
so
and comment.
this is the fabric that we're going to be using.
Thank
for
you.
This dress, and this is the Aso Oke. This Aso Oke doesn't really match with this, but I'm going to find my way around it. So guys, this is the Aso Oke. This is the fabric. This is 2.5 yards of fabric. So first off, I had gone ahead to pin my fabric. I just pinned everything that I'm going to be taking out what I want to use for the dress and what I'm going to be using for the front pockets. So guys, first off, I am going to be measuring my neck. I'm going to be using 3 inches for the width of my neck area. I'm going to be using 3 inches. Then for the back neck length, I'm going to be coming down. I'm supposed to come down by 1.5. I'm going to come down by 1 inches, then 5 inches for sewing allowance. Because of the Aso Oke I'm going to be using at the neck area, I don't want it to come up too much at the neck, so that's why I'm supposed to come down by 1.5. Or let me come down by 1.25. Then I'm going to use the remaining one for sewing allowance. So guys, I'm going to curve it like so. Then for the neck, for the shoulder is 7.5. so this is the shoulder. Then for the sleeve, I'm going to be using 10 inches for the sleeve, so I'm going to take that I'm going to be coming down 10 inches. I'm supposed to come down 10 inches for the sleeve, but if I do that, I won't have much fabric to use for the pockets. So instead, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 8 inches instead. 8 inches for the sleeve. Then for the shoulder slope, I'm going to come down by 1.5 for the shoulder slope. Then I'm going to roll that down. I'm going to roll that down for neck area. Hope you guys can see the chop. And then from the shoulder, I'm going to be coming down by 10 inches for my sleeve opening. I'm going to be using 10 inches. Then for the bust is, I'm going to take note of the bust from here. Bust line is 10.5. Then her bust is 42 inches. Round bust is 42 divided by 4. That is 10.5. Then I'm just going to be adding the remaining length from here, from where I'm taking the end of the dress. That is from where I'm going to be taking the length of the sleeve. I'm just going to be connecting that line. So we have 10.5 for the normal fitted dress. Then that means I'm adding an extra 7.5 to the overall bubu, which we have here. Then this is the sleeve opening. So I'm going to come down like so. Then I'm going to come in by 1 inch. The sleeve opening. Then I'm going to cut it like so. Then once I get to the hip, the hip is around 24 inches. That is neck to hip is around 24 inches. then I'm going to be taking note of that as well. If you guys can see, neck to hip is 24 inches. That is what I did here, so I am going to be taking note of that, joining it together. So for the extra little allowance, I'm going to be coming out from here, from this place. I'm just going to be coming out by an extra 1 inch, which I'm going to be using to do the extra design. So this is it. This is hip bone. Then I have like 9 inches from hip bone to the total bone. So from here I have an extra 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to be drawing a perpendicular curve to this place. Okay, so it has a little bit of shape. Then from there I'm going to come in again. I'm going to connect it like so to the end of the dress. So guys, that is what we have. Now let's measure the total length of the dress. So length of the dress is around 47 inches. I'm going to be taking out this excess. So guys, let's go ahead to cut out. We're going to start from the neck. I'm taking out the neck first. So when I finish taking out the neck, I'm going to take out the back of the dress so that I can cut the front design. There's no light. I would have ironed this before I cut, but I'm just going to do what I have. Then I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut the excess out, following the line that I drew. I am going to take out the back. I'm just going to be taking out one piece for the back. So I have my back out. So this is the back of the dress. I'll use this one. Use this one for the back of the dress. So this is the front. So guys, for the design, before I cut the front neckline design, I'm going to be taking note of how many inches I want to use to design the neck of this dress. So because of this fabric is a multicolored design, I want to use more of black to design it. So I am just going to be measuring, taking from here to this edge. I'm going to be using this white edge. I'm going to be using this white edge to sew it down so that I have something like this. I don't want it too much, so this is what I need, just from this grain to this grain. So I'm going to measure that now. So from here to here is around, let me just say I have 3.25. From here to here is around 3.25. So 3.25 noted. I am going to come down to the neck area. Guys, the length of this Aso Oke, the length of the Aso Oke I'm going to be using is 8 inches. That is for the V-neck is 8 inches. So I'm just going to be coming down by 8 inches. Then I'm going to be taking in 0.5 inches for my sewing allowance for the shoulder. Then from there I'm going to be coming down by, let me just say, like so, or I do 8.5. From the sewing allowance, 8.5. Then I'm going to be rolling that down. So this is the first cutting that we're going to be doing for the neck before we now start. So we now take the 3.25 inches as Aso design that we need to add at the front. So guys, I'm so sorry this was not recording. I just had to check again. So guys, this is what we had previously before I cut the neck. So I went down again by 1.5 so that I have enough length for the Aso to rest, so that the dress comes out nice. So since we have 3.25 inches here, this is what we have. This is what I'm going to be cutting out of the Aso. We have 3.25. What I am taking out, since I'm going to be sewing in this little white part, which is almost 0.25 as well, as you can see. So what I cut out from here is just 3 inches. I took out 3 inches from here. I took out 3 inches. Then I cut it out, connecting it to my neckline as well, connecting it to the neckline that I earlier measured as well. Then I cut it out. Then after that I came in with a little notch. This is like a 0.25 notch. This is what we are going to be using to join the Aso at the neck, at the hem area. This is what we're going to be using it to join it down and fold it inside, just like so. So I just cut a little notch at the corner there. So this is what we have. So after cutting it out, this is what yours should look like. This is what yours should look like. So this is what we are going to be cutting. So guys, I went ahead to measure around the neck, that is from the front to the back. I'm sorry I didn't show that part, or maybe I showed that part and this camera was not even recording. So I went ahead to measure round the dress, inclusive the front and also the back. I'm going to be cutting out 11 inches. That's extra 1 inch is going to be used to join it here, and so that we're going to be having enough space to sew in the Aso and fold it inside. So guys, right now I'm going to cut out 22 inches. I'm going to be using for my sleeve. I'm going to be using it to design my sleeve, just as you can see on the design. So remember that both my sleeves are 10 inches, so I added 1 inch for allowance. So I'm going to be cutting that out right now, first of all for the both sides of my sleeve. I'm going to be following this black area to cut out what I need. Just carefully so that I don't make any mistakes. So guys, after that I'm going to go ahead to measure around my neck, to measure the part I'm going to be using for around my neckline, which is around 28 inches. So I am going to cut that out using the same style pattern I did for the sleeve. So after measuring that out, I'm just going to cut it out. this is the neck design. So this is how I'm going to be going round. This depth is so that this back is not too high on my neck area, just like I explained earlier. So this is how I'm going to be sewing it. I'm going to be sewing it just like so. Just like so. Then this is how it's going to look at the front. So right now I'm just going to go to my sewing machine and sew this down, and also sew the shoulders before I start attaching the sleeves. Hi guys, so I have gone ahead to sew down the Aso Oke to the neckline. So the 1 inch space I left was to add it. Make sure that you leave that 1 inch. So that is what you'll be using to join the Aso Oke at the hem area of the neckline. Because if you don't leave that, there will be nothing left for you to join. So you leave that 1 inch. Like for instance, the round neck is 28. You add extra 1 inch, making 29. So that is what you are going to use to hem it at the neckline hem area. So that is what you're supposed to do. So first off, I'm just going to go ahead to iron that. Then I am going to go ahead to sew the hem side part of the neckline. This is the piece I'm going to be using for the pockets. I'm going to sew it in. So just to hide that seam, just to hide the seam at the pockets, I'm going to be using this design to design it there. Then I'm going to be using this black fabric to give it like a tone up at this particular place, so that it makes it look more beautiful. So this is the dress. This is the dress I had gone ahead to sew it. This is the way I wanted it, so I've gone ahead to sew it. Then I actually attached the Aso Oke to the sleeve. The same thing I did for the left hand side. I attached it to the sleeve just like so. Then I had sewn the seam lines and also take account of the curve around the hip area. So I will go ahead right now to attach the pockets. I'm going to be attaching the pocket at the start of the hip bone, that is the waist area, which is here. So this is where I'm going to be attaching the pockets. So I am going to be using this, I still have leftover fabrics. I'm going to be using it to do like fringes around the hem area. So guys, I'm going to be using it to do fringe around the hem area. So this is what I'm going to be using. So guys, after that will be all for the dress.
And guys, this is how the dress came out to look. We have come to the end of this tutorial. If you learned 18 or 2, please like this video to promote the algorithm, to push YouTube to send my videos to other fashion entrepreneurs, fashion stylists out there. This is just a simple dress you can wear to absolutely anywhere you want to. Also, let me know if this Aso Oke was compatible with the fabric. I kind of had second thoughts when I got it, but I just had to make do what I have. Let me know if the Aso Oke came out nice on the fabric, and also let me know how this dress came out to look. So these are the fringes I promised to add to the dress. Also, let me know how it came out to look. Also, let me know if the fringes actually came out nice on the dress in the comment section. I can't wait to read. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting my channel. In my previous video, I have already 1,000 views. Please subscribe to my channel to challenge me to keep on posting more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.